Today on Max Handy Gadgets, we're back in the workshop, working on an old broken air conditioner remote that won't power on. Think we can fix it? Let's find out. Okay, a neighbor asked me to take a look at this remote. It's an old air conditioner remote that won't power on. So let's get into it and find out what's going on. If we can't fix it, we'll at least know why it failed. Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Looks like there might be a battery compartment here. Let's open her up. Okay. Yeah. Probably a screw or two in there somewhere. Okay, let's see if we can get into that. Okay, it looks like we have a button problem here. It's like stuck or something. Or maybe there was some glue put on there or something to cover it up, you know. It doesn't look like it's working. The other ones seem to be working, but they're getting old, you know, and crusty, so I think this one probably failed. So we're gonna have to get into it. Let's go ahead and open up the back. It's got a little screw in the back here, so let's see if we can get in there. We're gonna need some tools. Okay, let's see if we can get that screw out of there. Okay. Wonder how that thing comes apart. Let's see. It probably pries apart. Yeah. So maybe we can get in here with a little knife and just kind of pry it open. Yeah, that thing was pretty hard to get apart. We were prying on it a little bit here, and we tried to pop it loose. Finally got it. Yep. Okay. Plus there's springs in here that make contact with the batteries that we got to push through and make sure they don't break off or anything, you know. So let's see if we can open it, and we'll push the spring down. Okay. Okay, so we're in. Okay. Looks like a little circuit board there, and on the other side of that circuit board is probably all them little buttons and everything that are probably stuck or hung up or corroded or glued or whatever they are. We're going to check into it. Okay, it looks like the circuit board is probably glued in place by this face plate. So like little sticker or whatever covering all the controls. So we're gonna have to see if we can pry the board off of here or push it down and see if we can break it free, gentle like, you know. Maybe we can get under here with a little knife and see if we can get a gap. Yeah, there's a little gap there. All right, maybe we can pry it with a little pry bar here. Okay, yeah, it's kind of loose. Alright, maybe we can push it through from the other side. Let's find out. Because it's probably just stuck on there. Let's see. Maybe we can push it down. Yeah. Okay, there it goes. Okay. There we have it. Our circuit board. With all the buttons. So... yep, it looks good on this side, no corrosion. But this side looks like it has a little problem here with the button, so maybe we can peel this back and take a look at it and see if we can get the glue or whatever's in there out of there and maybe fix it up with some sort of a rubber we can glue on the outside there to keep it protected and keep the dirt from going in. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's see if we can get under there and maybe peel that up, this faceplate, and get under there to that button and maybe we can fix it. Looks like we might have to peel this back a little more. Okay, let's see if we can get under that and lift up on it. Okay, we might have to take this whole plate off, you know? Let's see if we can do that. Okay, let's see if we can get under there. Nope, still stuck. Okay, let's see. Yep, okay. Maybe we can just peel this off by hand. Nope. Better get under there with a knife or something sharp and kind of pry up on it. Okay, we almost got it. Okay, I think we got it. Wow, that was good. Okay, it's off. Yeah, and you can see the power button here, right here. Yep, that power button right here is messed up. Yeah, it's not making contact back here with the graphite rubber coating, so we're gonna have to clean that up really good, and then we'll clean up our contacts down here. Can you see them? They're looking pretty bad. And yep, maybe we can get it back together and glue it up and it'll work. What do you think? Let's give that a shot. First off, we'll see if we can figure out a way to make something that fit over that right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to make something to fit over that right there. Yeah, that's messed up pretty bad. Okay, let's put that aside for a minute. And let's clean up our board. Make sure that's nice and clean. Okay. Okay, let's clean up our board. We're going to take some alcohol and we're just going to go ahead and rub it on there and clean up the whole thing for a minute here, and we'll clean our contacts really good. We'll check them out after we clean them with the alcohol. Yep, pretty dirty. Definitely dirty. Okay. Let's give that another cleaning. Getting better. Let's clean it up again. I'm trying to get some of the old glue off, but you're not going to be able to get all that off there where that sticker was, you know, with the buttons. Yeah, this has got some glue on there, so we're going to try to get some of it off, but we don't want to damage this because it's kind of brittle, you know. Okay, let's make sure we get all the glue off of this power button here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's get a real close look at that. Yeah, we're gonna have to let that dry a little and make sure there's no residue on there. Okay, let's see how we did it. Dried good? Okay, it looks pretty good. Contacts look good, and it has a little glue pieces there, but they're not in the way. They'll be okay, and I don't want to scrape them off and damage the tracks on the board because that glue is pretty tough. Okay, it looks pretty good. The power button looks pretty clean. Yep. The contacts of the power button. Yeah, now we got to fix the buttons. Yeah. That's going to be fun. Alright, let's put that aside for a minute and we'll get back to the buttons. Yeah, this is going to be neat. It even looks like that button there is not in the middle anymore. It like moved over and got glued. So, yeah, we might have to move that back in the center somehow. But let's go ahead and clean the back of this up and then we'll go from there. Okay, we'll take our alcohol again, we'll swab it down. pretty dirty. See, that's loose. We're gonna have to fix that somehow. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. Yep, dirty. Okay, let's get a new Q-tip. Yep. Okay, let's spin our Q-tip and give it another rub. See if we can clean it up some. Wow, okay. Let's get another Q-tip and we'll clean them up again. Not too bad. Yeah, we're gonna have to take a closer look at that one. Let's see if we can... Is that still stuck in there? A little bit. Yeah, we gotta line that in the center. Otherwise it won't make contact with the board. You know, it won't make contact with the power button here if we don't line that in the middle. And it has to join a couple of those tracks in order to turn the AC on and off. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be tricky with the tracks here. We have to make sure the button makes contact with the tracks. Otherwise it won't turn the AC on and off. Yeah. So we're gonna have to play around with that button there and see if we can make it make contact. Because I don't believe you can buy another remote for these. It's so old. I already checked and you can't do it. And there's not even a universal remote for these. So we're gonna have to come up with something to make this work. Yeah, this definitely broke loose here. See, it's stuck on with glue. Okay. We're gonna have to go ahead and see if we can put that back where it belongs, or find some graphite rubber that I might have a piece. I just don't know. I'll have to look for it. But we'll see. Yeah, let me work on this. It's kind of small, this little button. And we'll get some of the glue off anyway. Yeah, that's what happened. Somebody went ahead and glued that on there, or tried to cover it with glue, and it kind of went in behind it and got everything messed up there. See if I can clean it up, because it's really gonna be tricky. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can get some of the glue off of that button on the outside. Wow, that's like rubber cement. Okay, we got most of it. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's see if we can clean it up some. Okay, that's better. Wow, that was on there, that glue. Okay, let's see if we can pick it up and check the other side. Yeah, we're gonna have to clean that side too. a lot better. Wow, okay. Let's see if we can spin it around. And we'll do the other side. That's not too bad now. Okay. Alright. That's about as good as we're going to get it, I think. Okay, let's put that aside before we lose it. And we'll bring back our buttons. And we're going to give these a good cleaning, I think. Let's go ahead and clean these up real good and see if we can get that glued back in, that power button. And then maybe we'll put something over it so it doesn't come apart anymore. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's clean up the back first. See if we can get it really clean. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I've been working on it with the alcohol and everything seems to be pretty clean. Got rid of most of the glue that was on there. Okay, now we're just going to go ahead and let that dry. Okay, that's pretty dry. Now all we have to do is figure out a way to put this button back in there. Yeah, okay. Let's see, it looks like it goes this way. Let's drop it in there and see if we can get it kind of centered up. Okay, that looks about right. Okay. Okay, we're going to take a piece of this blue tape, painter's tape, and we're going to slide it under there. Yeah, I should have put it down first. Yeah. Let's see if we can slide it under there. Okay. There you go. Now we're going to take a little of this super glue, yeah, real little bit, like a dab on each side of that button, just to hold it in place. So we're going to unscrew the cap, we're going to put a dab right here. Then we're going to take like a toothpick, and we're going to get a little bit of that right there. Make sure we got enough. Okay, we're gonna let that dry good. Looks pretty good. Okay, let's put a little bit more right here. And a little bit here where we couldn't get because of the tweezers were in the way. Okay. Okay, that'll hold that in place while we glue a rubber contact on the other side to help secure it better. Because I don't think super glue bends very easy, but it doesn't have to move very much. Because all it has to move like is a fraction just to go in and touch the contacts on the circuit board. Yeah, it doesn't have to move much, maybe just a little bit. So, but we'll go ahead and make something up for it. I think we got it so far. So far so good. I'll bring you back when that dries. Okay, it seems nice and dry, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. If you push in on it, it'll probably make contact. Yeah. Okay. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to glue something on the outside here because this is not very strong. And we got to get out around the edge there where it has more strength to it, you know. So when you push in, it'll just flex in and make contact with our circuit board right here. Yep, on the power button. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we can do. We're gonna have to come up with some kind of rubber for this. A little piece of rubber, maybe. That'll work. Let's see what we can come up with. Okay, what I like to use is like a bicycle inner tube, you know, an old one, and you can just cut a piece of rubber right out of there. You can also make neat rubber bands. Yeah. Okay, let's open it up. Yep, a bicycle inner tube, and we'll go ahead and cut a piece off of here. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and take this piece and we'll make a little circle out of it, you know, maybe a little button that we can glue on our faceplate. Yeah, let's do that. I'll cut a piece out of here and I'll trim it up and see if we can glue it on there. Okay, I got a little piece of rubber out of the inner tube there, the bicycle tube. Now I'm going to just go ahead and cut that out and see if we can get it to fit on top of this power button and make it more secure and flexible. Okay, we cut a nice rubber piece out of the bicycle tube. Yep, it looks pretty good. Not too bad. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna need to clean that up though, make sure it sticks good when we glue it on there. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll get some alcohol and we'll clean that backside up. Okay, let's do it. All right, we'll let that dry. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stick that right on top of there, just like that. So that when you push down, that'll reinforce it and you can turn on and off your air conditioner. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and glue that right on there. Now again, we're going to use our super glue. Yep, and we're going to put it right on top of our button and we're going to stick our new button right on top. Yep, that ought to work. Okay, let's just go ahead and glue our button on there. We'll go for it. We only have one chance at this, so let's go ahead and do it. Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and let that dry. Now we had to make it bigger because, you know, the whole button was missing, so we had to get around the outside edge to where it had good material to glue to. Yeah, it'll hold just as long as we have some good material there. And hopefully, if everything works right, when you push down, it'll make contact with our circuit board. Right here, on the power button. Yeah. Okay. It might work. It seems like it's gonna work. Alright, let's let our glue dry. Okay, our glue is dried. Now we're gonna get that off that blue painter's tape. Yeah, I think it might have stuck a little, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, there you go. Let's get it off there. Okay, yeah, it stuck a little bit around the outside edge, but not where the contact is, which is good. Okay, I think we did it. I think it's gonna work. And it flexes. Yep, okay. And you should be able to push down on that and make contact with our circuit board. Right here, the on and off button. Yep, power on, power off. Yep, right there. Alright, now all we have to do is put this back together and glue that on top of there. That'll be our button. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Let's do that. We'll glue it back together and we'll assemble it. Then we'll give it a test. Okay, let me see if I can get the glue off of here. It's like a rubber cement. Yeah, I think it'll come off. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now we're gonna go ahead and clean that up. We use a little alcohol. Make sure our contacts are clean. Okay, that's pretty good. That looks really good, so it should make contact. Okay, and the way they put this together is they go ahead and put it in from the back. Just like that. And it rests in there. And they kind of glue it in with rubber cement. And they flip it over and they glue the faceplate in. Can you see it? That's what they do. They'll glue that right in there. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it together and then we're gonna drop our faceplate in there just like that and glue it in. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now we're going to take some clear silicone and we're going to go ahead and glue our circuit board back in there the way it was from the factory. It had a little glue down this edge and a little glue down this edge right here. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that. Yep, okay. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way for a minute and we'll take our circuit board. And we'll go ahead and put a little bit of silicone on there. Okay, that's pretty good. Put a little more up top here. Okay, that'll work. Now down the end here, we'll spin it around. And we'll put some down the end. Okay, that ought to work. Alright, now we'll go ahead and put that in the housing. Drop that right in there. Just like that. Push down on it. That's got him. Alright. Perfect. Okay. Now what we're going to do though is we're going to go ahead and glue our buttons on. Yeah. Alright, we'll use the silicone again. And we'll go ahead and flip that over. And we'll put a few dabs. We don't want too much. Get them in the middle. Okay, we don't want too much on there again. So we're going to do a little bit on the edge here. And maybe a little bit down along the bottom. And a little bit on this edge. Okay. You don't want too much because you end up ruining your contacts. Okay, let's spin that around. And we'll do up top. Okay, that ought to do it. Okay, I'm trying to get a little bit around this button area that was messed up, you know. Alright, that ought to do it. Okay, now let's see if we can put this on there. Yeah, let's see if we can put it on there. Yeah. Okay. We'll put it right down in there just like that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's push down on it a little bit. Not too hard because the circuit board's there. Okay, let's see if we move the circuit board any. Nope. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the housing back together so we can push down a little better on that button area. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take our bottom cover and we'll put it on. Let me zoom out and give you a better view. Okay, let's see if we can get that cover on there. All right. It's a bit tricky with those springs. They got to come up through those holes, you know. Okay, I think we got it. Yep. Okay. Okay, let's put that screw in. Okay, it's tight. Okay, there we have it. Now we can go ahead and probably push down on this a little bit, make sure it's nice and solid. Okay, and it seems to be, so. Okay, now all we have to do is let that dry overnight, because the silicone takes probably about 24 hours to dry nice and hard, so we're gonna have to let that dry overnight. Yep, then we'll give it a test. Okay, it's been 24 hours. Let's give it a test. We'll put our batteries in and give it a test. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach our needle probes to the IR bulb, and when we push the power button, we'll know there's power there, so we'll know it's working. So let me go ahead and hook up our needle probe to our IR, and we'll go ahead and test it. Okay, I went ahead and put little needle probes on our IR bulb in there. I opened it back up and like connected them to it. And right here we have our probe connectors. So we're gonna go ahead and see if I can get this meter in here. Make sure nothing touches. Okay, and when we push that button, that meter should register about 2.5 volts, something like that. That's battery voltage for the IR bulb. Okay, let's give it a shot. Hopefully it works. You ready? I'll use my thumb. Get ready. Here we go. Ready? I'm pushing it right now. Oh yeah, it's working. Undo it. Let's try pushing it again. Ready? I'm pushing it right now. Okay, it's working. Undo it. Push it. It's working. Yeah, you gotta push it a little harder than normal because of that big rubber, but it works good. Okay. Well, there you go. I can't believe it, but we fixed it. Yeah. Alright, let me disconnect our needle probes. Well, there you have it, guys. We fixed our broken air conditioner remote, and it's working pretty good. It seems to be holding up good. The silicone and the other stuff that we put in there, and we repaired the button. Yeah, it's going to probably last quite a while, but we don't know how long though, but it should last quite a while. We have a nice rubber button there that we put on, and it should hold up pretty good. Alright, there we have it, guys. Our broken air conditioner remote that wouldn't power on, and I think we fixed it. Yep, we definitely fixed it. So that's good. Yeah, I'm glad we did. Okay guys, if you're enjoying these videos, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, I am glad we fixed this one. Our neighbors are going to be happy. Yep.